The Supreme Court serves as the country's guardian and interpreter of the Constitution. Since the Judiciary Act passed in 1789, the court has been a cornerstone of the country's democracy and one of the country's most important institutions. Yet in recent years, the court has become far more partisan and polarized, which has been destructive. This has led to some leaders calling for reform. Some have suggested expanding the size of the Supreme Court, while others have called for term limits. Here are 5 facts on the state of the Supreme Court today and how it could be transformed in coming years. On the whole, Supreme Court justices now serve longer tenures than ever before. The predicted age when a justice will leave the court is now 83, compared to roughly 73 during the 1950s. This is attributed to a number of factors, including modern justices joining the Supreme Court at younger ages. The increase in lifespans has also contributed to this phenomenon. In the 1930s, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt put forth a plan to expand the Supreme Court. This plan would have allowed the president to appoint up to 6 additional justices. While this proposal failed due to bipartisan opposition, several progressive activists today endorse expanding the court. The battle over whom to appoint has also become increasingly partisan over the years. This can be seen in the Senate's votes for confirming nominations to the court. President Ford's nomination passed unanimously in the Senate, as did 3 of President Reagan's. This is in stark contrast to more recent votes, including both of President Trump's nominees. The court itself has also become more polarized. Fewer than 2% of decisions were decided by one vote before 1940. Yet today, the number has risen to close to 22%. As the court has begun to be perceived as more partisan, it has also eroded trust among Americans. 62% of Americans who approve of the way the Supreme Court is handling its job. In 2018, that number had dropped to 51%. No Label's new research paper highlights the benefit of having justices serve one 18-year term to create a limit to how long one can keep his or her seat. Instituting such a change would likely require a constitutional amendment, though some scholars believe that there are legislative strategies that can help lawmakers bypass this.